Well, everyone seems to know the score, but, the score has yet to be settled as the tournament has yet to begin. But
I thought my intros were bad. Come on.
and maybe you should go get your eyes checked. No, Euro 2024.
You stick to the intros, pal.
Yes. The Euro 2024 preview continues here at Cultras Pod. Will there be plans for final day, or will it be some more heroes? Well, not dressed in grey; they're dressed in a sort of navy blue, the away kit, which has caused a lot of uproar if you're of the right-leaning variety. Anyway, we're proud to
Not a clue what you're talking about.
the fantastic Jack Albion back with us.
Hey.
Brighton fan, England fan, Roman centurion, fought in the Colosseum, and got a thumbs up from all the Sussex.
Yeah. I mean, do you know? It's funny you say Roman centurion, because obviously I didn't quite get it in all like the news reports. Sorry, I just closed my door there. Do that really slyly. All the news reports didn't get that. Well, I was talking to my friends, like some who were a lot more sober than me, and didn't get stabbed. And the guy came on a moped with a silver bicycle helmet, like a fucking centurion.
No.
Like came up on like a Vespa, and then they all stabbed me. So maybe I was quite done in by centurions, but very strange you say that. But yes, looking forward to Euro 2024.
Still alive.
Still alive. Yeah, still alive. Yeah.
Has it put you off going to Italy again?
No, I'm not rushing that.
No.
It's not top of my holiday list at the moment. But no, if Brighton play there, I'd probably have to, wouldn't I? So,
yeah.
You'd be Lazio next time.
Yeah, Lazio. Yeah, and they're really friendly, aren't they? And not massive mentalists, are they?
Well, James's favourite YouTuber is the English Lazio.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, he's a Brighton fan, of course. So, I can go hang out with my.
Oh, great.
I can hang out with my good friend Josh.
Ignore the politics, guys. The atmosphere is electric.
Yeah.
Fucking mute. We're in the music beer hall, guys.
Do you know what I meant to? That was the night before as well. The night before we played in Rome, and it was like, oh yeah, look, Lazio are just having a big old party in the Munich Putsch hall.
I was confronted by a Lazio fan, aged 15, on a school trip to Rome, and he sort of called me and he went, "Where are you from?" And I went, "Oh, Liverpool."
Do you know the Wirral, pal?
Yeah. Do you know the Pleasure Peninsula? The Coral. The Coral in the morning. No, I said, "Oh, Liverpool." And he went, "Liverpool or Everton?" And I went, "Liverpool." And he went, "Very good, very good." Which made me think, if I did Everton, would I have been?
I don't know. Yeah,
turned into a cannoli. We're here to talk England. They've qualified. That's red. That's fact.
It's not 1994 anymore.
Have you ever not qualified for a Euros?
2008.
Oh yeah,
of course, yeah.
Shit.
Umbrella
Good tournament that as well. Good tournament to watch. Like
yes,
I enjoyed it.
Do you know what? Whenever I imagine that, I was 10 when that happened, but it still felt cool. It was like, oh yeah, like if anything, England shouldn't be in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Too busy.
Like what's the other one that was quite? 2014 when we went out of the groups. That was good as well. Just,
Costa Rica top of the group. That's
yes.
And those crazy times.
And the famous Roy Hodgson. Reaction. That's yeah. What more do you want? I had a bet with a posh lad from our school who still owes me £5. So I think we bet a £5 and a pack of cigs on England not getting out the group, and I'm still waiting for it. I don't think I'll ever see that again.
Where do you stand England-wise, Jack, because I think the vast majority of England fans are fucking miserable and never accept how good they've got it. And even if England won the Euros or a major or the World Cup, still would be
Southgate out.
complain about.
Yeah.
Where do you stand?
Yeah, no, I'm I'm quite often a Southgate defender. I find myself defending him quite a lot. Because I do think, like, as much as yeah, it is quite boring at times. People always moan during the qualifiers, which are objectively just shit games of football.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to Wembley
Against teams like Liechtenstein.
Yeah, and it's like I've been to Wembley to watch a few qualifiers, mainly because I know people in the travel club who are like, they want to get the loyalty points for going to the home games, and they'll be like, "Oh, I've got like 4 mates who've got spare tickets. Do you want one?" And I'll just go, "Yeah, all right, fine. I'll go spend an evening drinking £7 pints of Budweiser, watching us play Australia and winning 1-0." And they're like, they're just dull games, and I think like it's a hard sell, like to think, "Oh yeah, we're going to play really well during these games." What matters is tournament football, and he's got a pretty good record. He's got the best record other than Alf Ramsey, really.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I do think it's a bit weird. I don't think people ever be happy with him. He's not a very exciting guy, though. Like he's not. I just think, well, I'll do it with Roberto De Zerbi. Like it's Graham Potter or Roberto De Zerbi. You want the guy who's knee sliding down the touchline, not the guy who's like really warm and friendly. But he's made good. You know, we've had better managers who have done objectively shit as well. Right. Like Hodgson, he's done crap. Who's before him? Capello, waste of time.
Capello,
yeah, what an interesting thing that was.
McLaren.
He called up some funny players as well. Like he called up a League One player. No one realised.
Oh yeah, David Nugent, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was Joe Lewis, the goalkeeper for Peterborough.
Oh wow.
Called him up to a squad. Yeah.
You think? You think Southgate?
Yeah, Southgate.
Southgate.
When was Nugent?
That was McLaren.
McLaren.
Nugent was McLaren. Yeah.
Do you think Southgate is like the sort of Keir Starmer then of the? He's got all this. Finally, there's this chance to overthrow, and he's.
Well, nobody's quite asked. Yeah, I mean, he's a bit Keir Starmer, isn't he? He's more. I don't know. He's more of a. Because I don't really like Keir Starmer.
He's more of an Ed Miliband, I'd say. Yeah.
Ed Miliband. Like, eventually, you can probably convince yourself to vote for him. Like, you go, like, you know, at the end of the day, you'd be like, he's not the worst guy ever, is he? Whereas Keir Starmer, you're just like, you know, twat.
Yeah.
Whereas
the 86th minute.
Yeah.
Exactly. I hope England do score in the 86th minute so I can use that again. Because that was very funny. It's just one of them, like, it's like the fucking Steve Buscemi music band thing, isn't it? Hello, fellow football fans. Right,
but you know what's weird about Keir Starmer, actually, just on a slight tangent? He obviously does like football a lot.
But
like,
he just comes across,
He just comes across it. He's got no idea what he's talking about. Because he's got a season.
Sunak's like more authentically, it seems more authentic, even though he probably isn't.
Although he doesn't just like, well, I mean, if Sunak wants to be like, you know, authentic, he should just like call other players nonces and like, just like write Tim Pot Club if somebody doesn't like brings 500 to an away end or something.
Yeah.
If he really wants to be authentic,
Tim Pot constituency.
Yeah, Tim Pot constituency, only 500 away fans. But yeah, no, I think Southgate's such a hard job. It's a job nobody wants, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like nobody wants the job.
Like you're saying about De Zerbi, I think if England did have sort of like a knee sliding, you know, you'd get called a passion merchant or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You can't be too happy, but you can't be too.
No, I think he's been very lucky as well that he's had a very, very good squad. But I think we've probably got the best. I don't think we've got as good a squad this time round compared to other tournaments.
I don't know. That's probably what it's like. But it's England's thing. It's like it's the same thing of the golden generation, isn't it? It's like there's too many players to squeeze in.
Yeah.
Because I prefer to be where Ireland are now, where we are, which is just total misery. Absolute shit.
Yeah,
fucking
everyone's
manager.
shit, aren't they?
Everyone's shit. The best player is Chidozie Ogbene. Just being that, just misery.
And
Give me
even
misery.
even when you get like a young prodigy, Evan Ferguson, he just gets injured and turns to shit pretty quickly.
Oh yeah,
So-
I've forgotten Evan Ferguson exists because it's
Yeah.
been that long.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying the Chris Wood renaissance as a New Zealand fan. I think you'll find
You're a New Zealand fan.
Yeah, I'm half Kiwi.
Oh, I didn't know that. I was like,
I'm about to talk about the 12th highest Premier League goal scorer this season.
really?
12th.
Yeah,
His first name on the bench.
Yeah. It's,
I think 12 or 14 goals. But yeah, dining out on the Wood Renaissance. Good name for a band, that.
The Wood Renaissance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's there's obviously the left back conundrum as well.
Oh yeah.
That's a good name for a man.
The left back conundrum. He's got, and you know what as well though, he has shown some chutzpah, sort of Sons Henderson, Sons Maguire. You know, sort of not putting faith in the in all faithful in the old faithful.
I think he's done quite well with that. I think Rashford out the squad was it's weird. Some of these players who are crap in the league though are quite good for England still. Like Maguire. Maguire's the big one, obvious.
Yes.
He's very good for England, very solid at the back. Whereas at United, he'd actually been quite good for United at the end of the season. Which I think is probably a little bit harsh on him. But Henderson getting out of there, you know, he's just Henderson, good player probably, but he is a boring player, isn't he? He's like, you know, you don't really care about Henderson. It's like, well, I'm not to quote Gary Neville, but no one grows up wanting to be a Jordan Henderson, do they? You're not like, you know, you're not playing with some goalposts in the summer, are you? Just like, you know, Wembley doubles, and when you go to hit it on the volley, you're not screaming Henderson, are you?
There's some kid in Sunderland that probably still is, but
yeah, there's someone somewhere. There's probably some Liverpool fans somewhere. There's always
Liverpool
one.
fans, to be fair, yeah. There's a lack of I don't know,
I think he just poisoned his legacy so thoroughly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just immediately. Like, I'm going to bring football to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I'm going to personally solve the gay rights issue in a fascist state. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to overrule the richest and most fascist state probably in the world. Well, I suppose there's Hungary, isn't there? But other than that,
Hungary's got no money though. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. They're not rich, are they? They're just hungry.
And back onto Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
Let's not test the apple cart.
Yeah. But I think the left back thing. I was talking about that at the walk back from Fiverside today as well. We were saying there's not really another left back. I mean, if Luke Shaw's fit, which I don't think he is, I don't even remember him playing this season. What a weird guy to bring on. I think I've disappeared off the thing. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Very interesting to see who he will play. Is Wan-Bissaka a left back?
No, he's a right back.
The right back.
And he's not in the team, is he? He's nowhere.
No, he's not even in the squad.
I was just thinking as like emergency cover.
I was talking about this on the way back from Fiverside today. Like, there's not many good left backs out there. Like, they're all quite shit in the nicest way possible. I think, and it hurts me deeply to say it, but Tyrant Mitchell probably would have been in with a shout.
Oh yeah.
I just think it's good to have a flat left back who's left-footed in the squad. Whether you use him or not is another question. But I do think it's quite like, it's annoying that you don't have that, and I do think it will lead us to becoming slightly unstuck sometimes.
There's always a couple of players you should take with no intention of playing them.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Cody method.
Yeah. Well, I think the main man, Lewis Dunk, is going to be the Connor Cody of this tournament.
Oh yeah.
Because he's been total crap at the end of the season. Well, not been total crap, but he hasn't been very good at the end of the season. He made a massive mistake in the England friendlies, both England friendlies he's played. But Southgate still seems to like him. So he's definitely going to be Conor Cody role.
He's an English Shane Duffy, isn't he? Just chuck him on at the end. Chuck him on at the end and chuck him up.
But I think, to be fair, I had this conversation with someone. If you've got 10 minutes to play and you need to bring on somebody as an emergency, because that's the only time he's going to play, really.
Yeah.
Would you want Jared Branthwaite, who's maybe not experienced in those situations lots of times? Or do you want a Lewis Dunk, who is just used to balls flying at him in the box? Yeah, I know.
Throwing himself up, body on the line.
Yeah, body on the line, exactly. And he's played left-footed centre-back. So, he can play left-back. Don't, please no one take that seriously.
Dan Burn, the 6'7" inverted fullback.
Yes. I just don't think he's very good sometimes. He's gonna get torn to shred by Kylian Mbappe. He didn't know, did he? Because they won 4-1, didn't they, in the Champions League?
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
So, maybe not. Rico Lewis? Not Rico Lewis.
Yeah, of course.
Is that the City one?
Yeah, he's not in the team.
No.
But
he's barely played this season, though,
yeah.
hasn't
I just think that, like I say, that just option to have a flat back four.
Oh, yeah. An anti-woke proper football when we were a country.
And I don't think Trippier's been very good this season. Trippier's been rubbish. And he's been injured.
Yeah.
Well, all I can remember him doing is arguing with Bournemouth fans when Newcastle got beat.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Arguing at the away end, at Bournemouth, not with Bournemouth fans. That'd be even funny. Because how do you argue with Bournemouth fans?
Which one of you
the
had
most
gout?
softly spoken group of fans I've ever encountered.
Yeah, they're on my See, Bournemouth are the club a bit like you always have a list of clubs where you just don't really like them very much. And Bournemouth have always been on that, but I just can't. Every time I go to Bournemouth, I just can't find myself to get any hatred for any of their fans. They're all usually quite nice, middle-aged blokes with their kids. And you can't call them a nonce. You can't call a middle-aged bloke a nonce in front of his kids, can you? That's uncouth.
They're a club that when they got promoted the first time, I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. And then when they got promoted again, I was like, give it to someone else. Give it to Preston. Yeah. Give it to Preston.
Oh, Preston! That would be an interesting group of people to be in the Premier League, wouldn't it? They Borough proper prime Barclays. We're talking prime Barclays. Oh, piss off with the prime Barclays.
No. We won't get into that because I can't be asked.
Speaking of Bournemouth, Southgate has omitted Dominic Solanke, which I think is a bit of an oversight.
Oh well. I've had a bit of a long-running obsession with Dominic Solanke because I believe he scored his only ever Liverpool Premier League goal against Brighton.
Yes.
And just as he was lined up to take the shot, I said to my mate, "Don't worry, he's shit." Literally, as he pulled his foot backwards and lashed one into the top corner. And ever since then, he every single time that the transfer window comes up, Brighton got linked with him loads. Just before we went to Bournemouth, it was always Brighton are looking at Dom Solanke. And everybody hated him. Everybody just thought he was shit. And every single time they go, what's one realistic player you'd sign? I'd just go, Dom Solanke. And then he actually got quite good, didn't he? So maybe I was right. He's like a young Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, exactly the type of player like Will. I thought, I had that as well, right? I remember tweeting many years ago when Blackburn signed Rudy Gestede and went down.
Oh yeah.
If you sign Rudy Gestede, you deserve to go down. And then when we were in 19th in need of salvation last time we were in the Premier League, who did we sign? Rudy Gestede. We're going down.
He scored. He scored 1 in 2 for the season for Solanke.
Yeah.
And Tony, obviously betting aside, 4 in 16.
Yeah.
So
the thing is with Tony, I don't think he's been very good. Like, I think he's been crap.
Yeah, I think no shades of last season at all whatsoever. I think it's a bizarre choice, but then it wouldn't be a Southgate team without some
odd choices.
odd choices in there. Slovenia, Serbia, Denmark.
Yeah.
The opening game against Serbia for me absolutely hums, reeks of 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
Denmark.
Who they got? Who've Serbia got at the back? That's because always there's like, because I remember I think it was 2014 Euros and Skirtle was playing for Slovakia.
Oh, yeah.
And England drew 0-0 with them, and Skirtle was like a brick wall that day.
Yeah,
and I just remember it just like every ball went in the box, and it just hit his big bald head. Yeah.
Skirtle and Robert Mack. Don't you remember Robert?
Robert Mack.
Robert Mack.
Serbia have got Pavlovic, Milenkovic, and there's another one.
Is Mitrovic still in the squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitrovic in Saudi.
He'll get a goal. He'll get a goal against us, I reckon. It'll be like 1-1, maybe a late equaliser.
Yeah. I can see the press the next day just being like, pack the bags. That happened against the Scotland game.
Yeah.
Where it was like, we're done.
Oh yeah, and everyone got that's their cup final. That's their cup final.
What's the middle game? It's Serbia,
Denmark, and then Slovenia. Oh no, Slovenia then Denmark.
So we love a 0-0 in that middle game. USA at the World Cup. Scotland. Who else did we draw 0-0 with?
Oh yeah, it was Scotland. It was Czech Republic the first game, wasn't it?
No, Croatia.
Croatia.
And I'm trying to think of who else we've drawn 0-0 with. We just draw 0-0 in that middle game always a lot. And then sometimes we'll have a blistering start, and it'll be like, yeah, we're here. We're looking to cause
chaos.
Like
the 6-0 against Iran or whatever it was.
Yeah, 6-2.
6-2, yeah.
6-2. Funniest thing that came out of that was, I remember looking on Twitter when that game was on, and there was a Sunderland fan. There's always a Sunderland fan. They're a bit unhinged in the fan base. And he said, I think that guy scored 2 goals for Iran, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we should take a look at him when they're in like League One."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was like he's like second top scorer in the Champions League. Playing for Porto. Yeah, we should have a look at him. It's like for League One football.
Yeah, he's worth about 30 million quid.
Yeah.
And
then
it's great just the lack of no. Oh well, he must be cheap, like
yeah, exactly. He must be cheap. We had Iran's best player for a long time, Ali Reza Jahanbakhsh. He scored scored 2 goals in about 100 appearances. Absolutely
both
terrible.
of them were goal of the month candidates.
Yeah, they were. They were like overhead. One was an overhead kick.
Unreal though.
Yeah, but yeah, no. I think back to off Iran, back to Serbia. Yeah, both
the Islamic Revolution.
Yeah, from one country who has an interesting government to another who has an interesting government. Yes. Two countries who
but less about history. England, more about
Serbia. Yeah, I reckon that'll be an interesting one. Slovakia, they're sort of like cannon fodder, so they'll be 0-0. Now I've said that. Maybe that'll be like. Do you know what? I've just remembered the best England 0-0 at a tournament ever. No, the best England 0-0 ever was the Algeria one, where Rooney did that bollocks where he shouted down the camera, "Stop fans booing you!"
Fans booing you. He's going to be doing that at Plymouth every week next year.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, he's got another job, hasn't he? Worrying times. But yeah, I don't know. Slovenia, I don't want to call them cannon fodder. I thought we played
1-0 the Slovenia one game was. Do you mean Defoe?
Yeah, I remember Defoe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I also remember not being allowed to watch it at school. Like, our teachers being quite militant, because it started at like 3, didn't it? So they were like, you can go home. But so I had to run home, and I missed the goal, because it was like 20 minutes in. And I lived like 20 minutes away. And then nothing happened for the rest of the game.
Do you remember, if I act out this, do you remember this? Do you remember this happening?
Oh yeah,
Oh, John Terry thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, John Terry. Yeah, who will do that? Harry Maguire will do that in the
Yeah.
Slovenia game this
I've
year.
just had a memory of how nerdy I've always been about football, right? I once blagged my mum to come and pick me up and pretend I had a dentist appointment so I could go home in 2006 and watched Switzerland versus Togo. Great game. Remember it vividly. I think it was 3-1. Yeah. I think
Was that
Adebayor scored. He might have done. But yeah,
we're
was
missing
that?
we're missing Hacking
Alexander
Yakin.
Fry scored twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Great team.
So yeah, and then Slovenia. Yeah, I don't know anything about Slovenian's team. To be honest,
we got
no,
Shevchenko.
that was really arrogant.
Sheshko.
Yeah.
Got Shevchenko,
They still
Oblak.
Oblak. Yeah.
Robert Corrin. Is he still rocking around?
No, he's long gone.
No, he's long gone, is he?
Yeah, we were
Robert,
talking about that before. Like, he's a proper 10
Coca-Cola legend.
2010 to 2014 legend. He's probably got
Yeah,
45.
Coca-Cola Championship. Like, is that Coca-Cola Championship? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And
Those were the days.
those things. Oh no, that then Power. That was then Power.
M-
Coca-Cola was a bit earlier. N Power legend is Robert Corrin.
The Coca-Cola League Championship, I always remember when it first kicked off, it was like the Coca-Cola logo, but in all the colours of the club.
Yeah.
And you could,
Yeah.
you could collect
And of course, Brighton got the Coca-Cola Kid. Who can forget the Coca-Cola Kid?
Yeah.
250 grand. Slovenia. It'll be an interesting one.
If we're hypothetically saying that England top the group, that means they can face.
It's the safest bet, but I don't see England going out in the groups. I see England winning a game. So basically, all you've got to do really to get through is to win once, unless you're dead unlucky.
Yeah. I think that's what I think.
So a win and
It's
a draw
ruined this tournament a bit. I think it's ruined the tournament a little bit because it's so easy to get through, and there's some absolutely dog shit teams that get through. Like I remember that Northern Ireland team getting through when they got there in France. And all they did was lose 1-0 in their first game, win the second game 2-0, and then lose the third game 1-0. And that meant they got through.
Yeah.
That's no merit, is it?
Equilibrium.
There's no merit in that.
Yeah. We were discussing this on the Serbia preview. We either make it back to 16, or if you want more teams in it at the expense of quality, make it 32. Don't make it 20.
Yeah, I agree.
I think 32, you know.
Wait, I don't want to have to do maths to find out who's gone through. First and second, easy.
But if you think about it,
Estonia and Lithuania get in, fine.
Yeah, Sweden aren't there. Norway aren't there. Kazakhstan had a good qualifying campaign. They're not there.
Greece aren't there.
Greece, yeah.
Greece aren't there.
They lost to Georgia, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which my friend is gutted about because he got tickets at Dortmund to see Turkey versus whoever the winner of Georgia and Greece was, and he said Turkey versus Greece in Dortmund could have been a war zone. That could have been absolute chaos, and he was looking forward to it. And I don't know what Georgia and Turkey's relationship is.
Not particularly adversarial, I don't think. Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not. That's the other nations around there which don't get on with the Turkish, isn't it?
It's I think Georgia and Turkey is the only country that sort of borders so Georgia's the only country that borders Turkey, bar Azerbaijan, which is just Turkey with a different flag. They don't hate each other. Yeah. It's the only one.
No, exactly. So he's not quite. He's like, it's not going to quite be a war zone, which is just what you want from a ticket when you go to a game. You're like, I'm really disappointed that there's not going to be fights in the stand.
I must admit, Group F for me, for the purist, is harking back to the days of 2008. You've got Turkey, Portugal, Czech Republic, and Georgia. That just reminds me of Nihat, Simao, and
Hamit Altintop.
Hamit Altintop.
Oh, Altintop, yeah.
But I've got Georgia in the mix as well. So England could play, if they top the group, let's go for hypothetically third place teams. That could be Georgia, Turkey, Slovakia,
Portugal, you would
Romania,
imagine win that. You would imagine win that.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh, or Austria or Poland.
Oh,
Georgia's
dude, that's a
gonna win
hard
the
group.
tournament.
That's a hard group. That Poland, Austria, France, and Holland.
Yeah.
That's a very hard group. So you don't want to get third place out of that. I don't really know how to do the third place seedings.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
it's just
This is
annoying.
what I mean. Just make it
Maths,
32.
Yeah,
Yeah,
each bracket has a designated third place.
Yeah.
There's a designated place for each thing. Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird.
Yeah. 24 teams, load of nonsense. I would even go as far as it's a load of woke nonsense.
When we were a continent, this didn't.
Yeah, back when we were a proper continent.
Strange. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, what's group of Scotland in? They could come third in
Group
something.
A, Germany,
Yeah, they've got
Germany, Switzerland, Hungary.
Switzerland.
That's like the dark horse hardest group because Hungary haven't been beaten since fucking the Second World War. Switzerland haven't been beaten since Napoleon. Like you know, they've got Switzerland are a horrible defensive team. That's a
Yeah. They're absolute shit to watch,
Hungary
aren't they?
Yeah, unless they're playing Serbia and it's like 8 Kosovans versus Serbia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one was it in the World Cup where it just seemed to get messy, and then they kept on doing that, didn't they? Every time they scored, with the Albanian flag.
It was 20 out. I think in the last World Cup of Switzerland played Serbia. I think it was 20 out of the 22 starting players got booked, including.
Oh yeah.
So
that's good stuff. And then it was last minute winner, wasn't it, for Switzerland as well, just to make it all even more exciting.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something now.
Yeah, I think it was like a night. It was when they were doing the daft extra time. I think it was like 90 plus 11.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, because in that Iran game, if they're doing that again, I thought that was quite. It just got kind of funny towards the end of the Qatar World Cup.
Yeah.
When you would see them put up stuff like 16 on the board, and you'd be like, "What the fuck, 16?" Because that guy got knocked out in that Iran game. The guy who got knocked out and then tried to stand back up to do a goal kick and then collapsed again. The Iranian goalkeeper.
Oh yeah.
They had like 29 minutes added time in that game. It was complete insanity, which of course is great. Like this is the sort of stuff we live for.
My theory. Yeah, exactly. My theory is right. You should abolish half-time extra time. Right, just the first time it goes out of play after the 45th minute, end of the half, right, and add it all on at the end just for a laugh.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what they were doing in Qatar, wasn't it? Or I can't remember.
They were doing like 1 minute in the
Yeah,
and
that
then
was good.
you get 14 at them.
Yeah, that was I love it when you see a 90 plus 14 goal. Like, what's not great about that? I like it at half time when you're like that goal was scored later than a goal in the second half.
Yeah. 45 plus 4, and then there's a 47th minute equaliser.
Yeah, exactly. But
It's what we live for.
Yeah.
That's what we can to circle back to what we're actually supposed to be talking about, Jeff. Before we go, do you want to do what's your 11 as controversial as you like?
Oh,
Start the king.
Controversial and the like. Yeah, Trafford obviously starting. No. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite hard to pick because it's like a golden generation up front. Like I think the back four picks itself if everyone's fit.
Yeah,
which is Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Luke Shaw. I don't think anybody argues with that.
That's pretty straightforward.
Then I'll probably go Rice.
Ooh, Judas. Just because. I just hope he gets his career ended by the man today. But there we go. Not bitter at all. Anyway.
A bit like me and Ben White, who's not going, which is funny.
One dodgy sunbed, mate. He's fucked.
Like Final Destination. No, No, Ben White, I shouted a load of abuse at him at the Brighton Arsenal game, and where I sit is by the commentators, and I said, like, you never play for England again, you're a massive loser, or something. Bellowed it. 3-0 down, 85th minute. And all the commentators, I think it was Lee Dixon, turned around and gave me a scornful look. He wasn't happy with my statement there. Yeah, he didn't like that. But no, so then midfield, yeah, Rice, Bellingham, Palmer in the hole, Saka out wide on the right, and then on the left. That's the only thing up front we don't really have. Someone on the left.
What,
Foden maybe?
Yeah, could you chuck Foden?
Yeah, Foden
you could
on the
chuck
left.
Foden off.
But
Grealish.
I like-
He's not going, is it? Is he going, Grealish?
He's in the provisional.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones maybe. Just chuck him there. He's in there for some fucking reason. No one knows why.
Boss lad.
Picked by James.
Well, the thing is about Curtis Jones being in the squad is it's like he's not even that young. Like he's not like
No, Jarrell.
he's not like Kwanzaa. Like Kwanzaa, you can understand because he's like he's young, give him a bit of experience. Maybe he won't make the squad. Jones is just like, who else have we fucking got? Right, we'll put Jones in. He's never been capped
Also
either.
listed Trent as a midfielder in the thing, which is woke nonsense.
Yeah.
Maybe put Trent on the left wing for a laugh.
Yeah.
I don't know, that left wing position doesn't really work. Oh, Gordon.
That's
Maybe.
Keir Starmer once said.
Anthony Gordon. That could be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claire Balding on the left there.
Yeah. No, I'd probably put Foden there and then obviously Ivan Toney up front.
No.
No. He's got to be big Harry Kane. But
I can't wait for James Trafford to save the winning penalty in the final and for Guy Mowbray to say, well, he was an alien choice, but let's just say that Trafford is the centre of the universe.
Young Trafford.
Yeah, young Trafford. Just before we wrap up, I think, I don't know about you, Jack, but it feels like the height. I think 2018 England fans were riding on the crest of the wave, and it feels like now it's back to that feeling again of 2018 where it was like, oh yeah. But I suppose there is a sort of it's now or never trepidation settling in, but it doesn't feel like there's no build up. I don't think there's not even a fucking song. There's no song.
No, we need a song. We haven't even got last tournament we had that weird. Or not at the last Euros we had that weird Jack Grealish song by the Manor.
Yes, yeah. His name is Jack.
Do you know what? I thought the lyrics. I got the lyrics really confused. They were saying Bromtown Baggio because it's from Birmingham, but I thought they were saying Boomtown Baggio. Like the electronic dance music festival near Winchester, and I was like, why is he the Boomtown Baggio? Like, is he the sort of type to go to Boomtown? But yeah, no, we haven't even had a song. We need a good song. You can just
England Vulture Authority 6th of June.
Well, quite, yeah.
There you go.
Nice little plug there. Or maybe we can't really get David Baddiel out because he sort of semi-cancelled himself, hasn't he? So maybe we'll out Frank Skinner with somebody else, like a new David Baddiel, to do a different song. Or maybe just combine the guy from the Lightning Seeds and David Baddiel into one and just get rid of David Baddiel because they look the same. So
That's the solution. Yeah. Just do 4 lions on a shirt or something. The sequel.
Yeah, 2 lines or woke bisexual flag on a shirt.
Oh, we can't talk about the flag. I tell you something, I was disgusted. I was disgusted, I was.
I just still find that was one of the funniest things. And then I did that tweet, which was send me the most unhinged football flag you've ever seen in your life. And there was most of the worst offenders were from the Merseyside region. Both sides of the Merseyside region. The most unhinged flag I've ever seen in my life was the Everton one that was like bareback copites as gobshites, no condoms or something. It's like genuinely the weirdest flag ever. But yeah, there's some funny England flags. Like they get the bags in, get the slags in.
Oh yeah, 3 for 100 Port Vale.
Yeah, exactly.
I did love that the trans flag on the back of it, because I don't even think I think it was just like it was just like the colours of it next.
Yeah,
it wasn't even. But like I hope that somebody who did that just went, I am going to increase the blood pressure of every England fan over 50 to dangerous levels just by going just with 2 colours. Fuck off.
It's the weirdest thing where it's like one of these sort of culture wars issue where I've been like, why does anybody fucking care about this either way? Like, you know, they probably shouldn't have changed the flag because there was no real reason to do it. But at the same time, who cares? It's just like a slightly different colour. And
with someone going, don't deface our flag with 3 for 100, get the bags in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's stupid.
There's a Tranmere Rovers one that says, sheep shaggers to the left of me, scousers to the right, here I am stuck on the Wirral with you.
It's
fantastic.
Very, very apt.
I saw that we always play in red and white, and I was like, yeah, but Italy playing blue, Japan playing blue, Netherlands playing orange.
I actually agree. I agree with the gammon that England home is white and away is red. None of this blue shit. I don't know where this blue shirt stuff
It wasn't there where Joe Hart wore all red and then the players wore red shorts, so that when they lined up, it looked like it was the flag if Joe Hart was in the middle, which I think
in the middle.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't remember that, but that sounds like
because it's only valid for one moment before the game.
Yeah.
It's meant to be a metaphor for being united and whatever rubbish.
Yeah.
And then there was the tailored by Umbro range that had all the sort of multicoloured flags on the shoulders.
Yeah, because that's not bisexual. That's just gay, isn't it? Because that's the colours of the rainbow. they don't like that. They don't like that either. So the culture wars crew. But yeah, no, it hasn't been. I always think people go a bit mad over tournament kits. I think they all look shit because they're just one colour, aren't they?
Yeah.
The only country which does good kits is Nigeria.
Yeah. And they've not qualified for this Euro.
Yeah, and as you know, looking at me, I'm not somebody who can acceptably wear a Nigeria kit anywhere.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Without seeming like an absolute helmet.
There was a
Mali Northern Quarter in some of the sea of like Nigeria and Japan shirts every time.
Yeah, I can wear Japanese shirts.
Japan, you think you like anime. Nigeria, you think you're M.R, but you're born in Surrey.
Yeah, I'm allowed to wear Japan shirts because we have a Japanese player. Just want to make sure that's
there you go.
clear.
Yeah. My favourite league in the world is the Japanese league, mate. There's no stigma here. Culture's part.
There was a Marley shirt on Classic Football Shirts who you can go to. We're an affiliate, and you can get a discount. There was a Marley shirt, and I was like, and it's the one from the recent Africa Cup of Nations, like the big eagle on the front. And I was like, that's really nice, but I can't wear that. Cannot wear that.
I've got a Senegal flag one in there somewhere, but I just wear it around my house because it's
Botswana. That's the weirdest one I've got. Weirdest African nation. I got that.
Botswana.
Eminem Direct.
Gaborone, if anyone's interested.
Yeah. Who was the one who Minucho played for? Oh, Angola. Yeah. What a player he was. But yeah, sorry, we've now moved on to the Africa Cup of Nations. So,
we've gone from England. We've ended in Angola. So I think.
Well, I predict that we'll get to. I think we're gonna get to the final this year.
You think so? Who's the final against? Who's your final against?
I think we're gonna get a final against a shit side.
And lose or win.
Well, that's
because we've had Swiss Christian and Serbian Bojan predict that England win the tournament. So
I don't think we'll play Serbia in the final.
No.
That'll be
Georgia, and Georgia will win.
Well, maybe not Georgia. I do like the addition of Georgia, like putting in the 4th place in the Nation League. Like they get a little qualifying thing. That's fun. Yeah. That is fun. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone like Czech Republic. I don't know. Who's like the dark horses like Turkey were a few years ago when they went out.
I think Hungary are the problem.
Maybe Hungary, something like that.
Because they've not been beaten in forever.
And they've got that guy who plays for West Brom, haven't they? Callum Styles.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Plays for Hungary. Yeah. So that'll be quite funny. That maybe he'll score the winning goal against England to stop them winning the World Cup.
That would be objectively hilarious.
Some guy from Barnsley who's scoring the winner for Hungary in the Euros final. He's probably not even in the squad, is he?
He is in the squad. I think he's going. He doesn't play. He doesn't usually start, but I hope he's in the squad because he's.
Or maybe Poland. Poland have got to do something one day, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've not taken Matty Cash. Not going. Not at the
time. No Matty Cash. Maybe Jakub Moder will score the winner, and I'll have to kill myself.
Yeah, for having Moder on the dance floor this way name gone.
Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, I know. I'll have to find another player. Because I used to have Enter Zakiri because we used to have a player called
Andy Zakiri.
Yeah. So but
gross misconduct maybe, or I don't know.
Yeah, no, there is someone called Gross Misconduct who's like the worst football Twitter account ever. So that one's taken. Right, okay. Yeah. He's like a danger to society.
Oh, that might be where I've got it from seeing you.
Yeah. Me telling him he's a helmet.
Yeah, that's possibly where that came to mind.
Yeah. Is there a 3rd place game at this Euros? No.
No, we don't do 3rd places at the Euros.
No, what's the point then? I do like a 3rd place game.
Nonsense. They've taken our fucking 3rd place.
The game which no one wants to play. Like I remember that painfully depressing England-Belgium game when we just lost to Croatia, and then we're like, you've got to play the 3rd place game. And the whole stadium was empty, and it was in that weird part of Russia which isn't in Russia.
Kaliningrad. Was it Deco or someone who did like their ACL in the 3rd place playoff and was like out for fucking 8 months after playing a pointless game?
It probably was Deco, So,
Solly marching on.
Oh, that's a good one. Solly marching on together.
Yeah,
if I was a Leeds fan, that'd be good. But I'm not a Leeds fan, so that one's kind of redundant, isn't it? Yeah, and then I don't know. I always like a foreign player though. There's something in Estepinian probably. Yeah, Big Perv.
Big Perv,
yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I think I've run out. Well, there you go.
There we are.
That's our last preview. I don't know what time.
I'm a hard man to get hold of. But
we've
what's the first reason?
Save the best for last.
What was the first reason I cancelled? Oh yeah, I was watching the Europa League final in my Leverkusen shirt because I love Big Pharma. That's when people ask me, what do people think of Jack?
The South Coast antidote to Laetitia, you say?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big buyer guy. And then I think last night, what were they doing last night? I only saw Duster. They were good. They had fun there. Yeah. It was good to get a preview. And then when we go out of the group, I can just enjoy the tournament. So it's win-win for me, isn't it, really? When even is the final? Sorry, that's sounding really bad.
Final is
15th of July.
2 days before my wedding.
There you go.
I scheduled it so.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's always good, to be fair.
Apologies.
You don't want football on the same day as your wedding.
Yeah.
Not 14th of July.
14th of July.
In Berlin.
Walls
will be broken down.
I thought you meant your wedding for a second. 14th of July, Berlin. I was like, a destination wedding. That's nice.
Yeah.
In Berghain.
Wall, she's on the other side.
Yeah.
I'll have my East Germany top on.
Well, look, when we win, it'll just be, I'll set fire to a bus stop or something, the English way, or that guy who rode off into the night hanging off the side of a bus. That was the best thing that someone.
Do you know
did to
what will
celebrate.
happen though? Do you know some fucking red? Sorry to prolong, but what will happen is some red top newspaper will, if England do win, and it'll go, "We're used to winning in Germany."
And it's a great line. It works well, doesn't it?
It's undeniable.
Yeah.
Two World Wars and two World.
You got to think of some more World War II references, isn't it? Like
who do you think you're kidding, Mrs. Merkel?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Or is there any games over near the Bridge of Remagen? Was that Americans? I don't know. Yeah, that's a niche war film.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, my grandpa's favourite that was Bridge of Remagen. But yeah. So that's it, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Your preview's done. Enjoy. Leave tell us how you're enjoying the tournament. Tell us all your predictions, all that kind of stuff. Like, subscribe,
subscribe,
all that kind of stuff, man.
Pod, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube as well. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment down below, guys.
But this Munich beer hall is really pumping.
One day he's going to see this video, poor Josh, and he's going to see me saying, because he was a nice guy when I met him, just keeps on hanging out with fascists.
Yeah,
I don't doubt he's a lovely lad, but do you know who you're supporting?
It's just, I think it's just stupidity rather than
the last time I saw him was at Eastleigh versus Gateshead.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
And there's a Spitfire on the badge, which he wouldn't have been keen on.
Should have been a Luftwaffe.
Yeah.
Where can people find Mr. Albion?
Twitter, obviously. Try not to. I actually, every podcast I go on, they go like, "Oh yeah, you should." Where do you find you on Twitter? Do not follow my Twitter account because it is just garbage.
Jack Albion 96 if you do want to.
Yeah, Jack Albion 96. You can see me threaten to set fire to myself in in the style of the Rage Against the Machine album, almost on a daily basis at the moment, for various connotations of the world. I think I threatened to do it if Labour win and if the Tories win. Either way,
everybody's happy.
Yeah, either way, at the end of this summer, I'm going to set fire to myself in a very public way.
Praying for a Liberal Democrat majority.
Always in front of the Amex as well, because it's the place to be. You can Instagram. My Instagram's more fun. That's a bit more family friendly. Haven't posted the all eyes on Rafa thing yet, because I'm not. Because I don't care enough. No, that's not the reason to post an AI filter. No, my Instagram is jack.s96. You can see kebab reviews. I love sharing Chinese videos where they it's obviously all faked, where they hit each other with sticks and stuff, or drive a car into a ledge and hold it up on the side. And the village play games to win bottles of oil, which is all my Instagram is at the moment. Yeah. I just share them all the time. Look at this one. This one's sick. While people are doing activism, I'm just sharing that. So that's good. And you can also find me in Hove if you're ever in Hove.
There you go. Football's coming Hove.
Yeah, football's coming Hove.
There we go. Well, thank you very much, mate. And
so much,
catch us next time. All that shit.
I'd like.
Don't know what that was, James. But right, okay, we'll leave it here before we get censored by the Zuckerberg algorithm or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, right, bye.